It's EJ versus Degenerate here, Earnestly podcast with, of course, Zack the Degenerate. Zack, you win again this week. You are now up 3-1 in a tie. God, can't seem to get a feel on this season, man. I really can't.
I'm gonna have to re-listen to this because man, I had one of the worst showings ever in my pick'em league.
Why don't you just like use this as a base for your picks? I don't understand
Dude,
that.
I'm not even having to go against the spread in the pick'em league. It's
That's
just straight
bad.
up pick the winner.
That's bad, dude. That's pretty bad.
I was 2 weeks ago. I was crushing the league. Then I was barely hanging on for first. Now I'm down freaking third place, and it's like, what the
Ooh,
fuck?
ooh. I may have to start betting parlays. I did a quick quick little reaction pod on Monday,
Yeah.
and I titled it, time to stop betting parlays because, dude, I did a 4 leg parlay on Sunday. I again 3 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 3 out of 4. I hit on I bet on my team. I bet Miami -12
Yeah.
covered. Bet the under in that game covered. Bet
Holy.
Detroit on Carolina covered. Where I got fucked was on the Baltimore game -4.5, and Baltimore lost the game. Yes, they were up 2 going like to the mid late in the fourth quarter of that game with
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, about to
They're up
score.
two with like 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, fumbled the fucking ball, and then rest is history.
Yep.
Seriously. So I don't know, man. I may have to take a little break from parlays. I say that, and then Sunday morning I'm like, oh, maybe I'll hit this one. I'll see what happens there. So every
Oh,
week, man.
I know.
I mean, thank God they're only $5 bets. Not fucking like $5,000 bets. You
I'm
know what I mean?
still waiting for freaking the Seminole, man.
Yeah. So we'll figure all that shit out, man. But anyway, before we get to our picks of the week, we also got some NBA. We also want to react to the new NBA players rankings they just put out these last 2 days. They put out 11 through 50 today. I'm assuming they're gonna put out 1 through 10 tomorrow or Friday at some point. But we'll react to the first the 11 through 100, at least 11 to 50, at least the ones that are most important. But you brought this topic on this idea on the show a couple days ago when we were just talking about how to frame the show for today, and you want to talk about the bottom 5 teams or the perceived bottom 5 teams you believe are going to be the worst teams in football by the end of the year. So
Yeah.
this is what I'll do. Here's my rankings for this week, my power rankings this week, my bottom 5 this week, 28 to 32. I have Chicago Bears at 28, New England Patriots at 29. Wait, hold on, I got that wrong. I apologize. The Bears at 20. The Bears at 28. Broncos at 30. The Giants at 31, and the Panthers 32. And you want to discuss whether is this 5 or what you believe are going to be the 5 worst teams in football by the end of the year based on what you're seeing play out through 5 weeks so far, right?
Well, yeah. So you look at your bottom five for this week.
Yeah.
And when you look at week 17, do you think these five teams are still going to be in the bottom five? Do you see any team that could make a climb?
The only team I can see making a climb, and it's only based on a 2 week sample, based on how they played Chicago.
Yeah.
Carolina is pretty bad. They're gonna stick there. They got a rookie quarterback that's not really. He's not there yet. Bryce Young's not there yet. The Giants are fucking dreadful, and their schedule makes it even harder. On top of that, the Broncos. I've had the Broncos could be the other team that can figure things out because they had a couple of close losses this year, as it is beginning of the year. I feel like their issues are more so on defense. I think Russell Wilson is fine. The Patriots, the other team that their schedule may keep it in the bottom 5. So of those 5 teams here of my bottom 5 this week, I feel like Chicago could get out of this bottom 5, and I feel like Denver can still get out of this bottom 5.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel about that personally.
I don't see Denver getting out of the bottom five.
Okay,
The defense is just so bad.
okay, so we'll leave Denver there. Do you agree Chicago will be on the bottom 5 by the end of the year?
No, actually, for 2 weeks in a row with the offense they've put up, no, I don't think they're going to be a bottom five team.
So if I took out Chicago, we're on that. If I took out Chicago,
Yeah.
you agree with the Giants, you agree with the Panthers, you agree with the Broncos, and we agree with the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
So Chicago's out. What team would you say? Because the only team I would consider is probably the Cardinals. Even though
I
they've
wouldn't
been
consider the
risky.
Cardinals.
They've been
Cardinals have
frisky
been
though.
competitive all season.
Yeah, but do you think though, even though they've been competitive, will that translate to wins?
For bottom five, I think it will be.
So which team do you think will be a bottom five team at the end of the year
Well, you
that we haven't
said
mentioned?
Arizona, and who was the other?
Well, no. We said so. We have okay. We agreed that New England.
Yeah, no. But you had your last two options was Arizona and who?
I think that was it. Oh, we agreed on the four, so we have one spot
Yeah.
open. I
Okay.
said I mentioned Arizona. You said no, which is fine.
Yeah.
What team do you consider you think will be a bottom five team at the end of the year that we haven't mentioned here?
I think the Colts stand a chance at
Ooh,
still
really?
being a bottom five.
Even with everything, the good start so far.
I mean, Gardner Minshew is going to be taking over for what 4 weeks
4 to 8
now,
weeks, yeah.
so there's a chance that he'll have them competitive as well. Oh,
So
the maybe Washington. Washington's pretty bad,
that's the one I think. That team could be the one. Um,
and
so
then you have Minnesota who could sell off.
right, that's the one too. And Kirk Cousins an issue with
Uh,
that. But by the way, he's on his last year's contract. I just saw today. So we want to discuss. So let's agree to Washington.
yeah.
Okay, we both have teams
All
in the
right.
bottom five. Washington, New England, Denver, the Giants, and the Panthers. Quarterback situations because you want to discuss how do you approach the draft and the quarterback. So first team here, Washington. You got Sam Howell. New ownership group. I mean, you obviously got to draft a quarterback. That's
Well,
not a question.
I mean, yes, but I think you're going in the wrong order because I think it's obvious Carolina's going to be the worst team.
Which would be Chicago's pick.
Exactly. And so that's where it gets crazy right off the bat. If they start to make a climb with Justin Fields, do they put up the first pick for Caleb Williams, or do they now decide to trade Justin Fields?
See, that all depends on how well Chicago does the remaining of the season. If Justin Fields now, and again, we only have the 5 game sample to use. He has played better the last 2 weeks. In
Absolutely.
fact, he's played much better. Quite a
Now,
skept.
now, if I was the GM, I personally would trade Justin Fields and draft Caleb Williams with the
Yeah,
number
for
one pick.
assets because you build the asset. He does
Oh, it
well this
isn't
year.
even about which of the two assets do I think is going to have a brighter future, Fields or Caleb?
I feel like Caleb
I
Williams has
think
a better
Caleb.
future. Yeah,
So
yeah, I'm with you on that one. The Giants are 31. I think that'd be that'd be a top 3 pick in the
yeah,
draft this year. You got Daniel Jones just locked up literally this past
only for
offseason.
one more year after this
Correct. Yes.
for
So
40.
do you eat the fucking money on a Bro Nix or
Yeah,
who or maybe let's say it's Caleb Williams, let's take the number 1 pick, it's Caleb Williams. Yes, you do that.
yeah, because you're only going up one spot
Yeah.
at worst.
You could probably trade Daniel Jones for assets also too going forward. You may get a lot.
Oh,
You may get 50 cents on the dollar, depending how you ends the
the,
year
the
or
only
next
place
year.
Daniel Jones would be going to is New England.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, if I'm the Giants, I definitely you drive a quarterback because it's quite clear at this point that he is not the solution to the problems. Even if you agree, and look, I agree as a Giants fan, I agree their O line's fucking trash. So he's not the problem, but he's not the solution,
Exactly.
and therefore you got to make a move there, and you can blow it
And
up.
so at 3, you're figuring the Patriots are going to be the third worst, drafting third overall.
By virtue of how they're going, by virtue of the
Yeah.
schedule and all that, yeah, they're going quarterback. In fact, if I'm the Patriots, I'm on the phone probably with Chicago trying to we'll get that pick
Get that first pick.
because Mac Jones is no longer is the answer there. That's quite clear. The question is going to be now with the Patriots. You know, first off, I mean, we talk about on the podcast all week long about Bill Belichick and his future and all that. Look, I don't think it's fired, but I think there's a conversation to be had about him maybe losing the rights to personnel decisions and whatnot. And
Oh, he's got to.
yeah, because he's been dreadful. Even the Brady years, he was
He was terrible even then.
right. But yeah, but now it's masked by all the winning they're doing. That's why now it's
Yeah.
coming to light. Now it's coming to fruition. You know, coming to roost. So if I'm New England, I'm on the phone with Chicago trying to, and I'm giving away draft picks and assets to get that number one pick.
And even if you can't, you're taking the runner up, whether it be Drake May or
Absolutely, you're getting a top three pick. You're getting 1, 2, or 3, or definitely top two if you can, as high as you can get. It's time.
yeah, but they're you're you're moving off your quarterback and
Yes,
matchup.
absolutely, because Bailey's having the answer either two on top of that. So no,
No.
you're not doing rethreads. Rethreads don't work as much as you think. If you're gonna blow it up and start anew, and you're gonna have Belichick no longer be the personnel guy, you need to start fresh. So I agree with you on that one. Um, the Broncos. This is interesting. Russell Wilson's on a long term deal, big deal. I know they can move off of it probably, but it'll cost a lot of money. I don't know that. I don't know how that works exactly on a
Yeah,
Russell
I
Wilson
think it
deal
was like $60 million or something
for,
if they were to move off after
for a
this
couple of
season.
years, right? For a
Yeah.
couple of years, yeah, that's a lot of money. And I have to say now, look, he didn't play well this week, but for most of the year, he's been playing very well. The issue has been the defense. If the defense did their job in the not the Miami game, but okay, so the Vegas game they should have won. Um, and then game two they lost to who were they lost to week two? That was a close game. Washington, right?
Yes.
That was on him. That was on the defense. That's 2 wins right there. They're not 1-4 now. They're at least 3-2, 2-3, 3-2, whatever. We're not having this conversation. So I think Denver most likely sticks it out with Russ another year or two, depending on how he plays the rest of the year. But if maybe using a 5 game sample, I think he's been good enough. Look, has the return on the investment been good? No, we agree to that. But at this point, I think having $6 million dead hit on a guy that's still pretty productive, I think it's too risky. Also, at this point, they got a lot of holes other than quarterback. So you at least have a decent quarterback. You at least say that. Your thoughts on that?
No, I mean he's certainly not the issue right now, but I think you're also seeing he's not the solution right even close to it in the next year or two. Unless they make drastic changes to their defense and
Right.
drastic changes to their O line.
But you
Even
can't do
having him there, he is not Super Bowl contender for the next
right.
couple
But
of
but
years.
but you can't also make the changes you want to make having $6 million dead money on your cap also too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can get young. You can get young and get better.
I gotta see the structure of that deal and see how it works. Cause I think it'll be multiple years of money because I think that deal was kicked in only last year. So I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, if they have like game 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 checks, like rosters for each game, that all void, so they'll be okay with that.
Right. Then the last team here we mentioned was your boys, the Commanders. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do what you can to get in that top three if you can.
Oh, well, here's the thing. We're gonna be top five, and I think top four. And when you're top four, you know you're cleaning house completely. New GM, new coach because you have new ownership, and you know what's coming. An RG3, maybe even Ricky Williams type trade where you just give it all up
Mm-hmm.
so that you can get your guy.
New ownership too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
New ownership will be like, fuck all the picks. Let's just get our future franchise quarterback today, and we'll go from there.
yeah, I agree. You mentioned this team also too that could be in the mix depending how things play out next couple of weeks in terms of like moves. The Vikings are definitely another team that's definitely in the hunt for that because if they decide to trade Kirk Cousins on the following year's deal, um, you hear more rumors about that stuff. Like, what if they do that? This Justin Jefferson injury opens that door.
Oh hell yeah! And the fact you're hearing the talk about how they brought in Colt McCoy for tryouts,
Uh huh.
I mean that's got to be a total signal.
I think if they really do, because they got 3 weeks, because Trent deadline's on the 31st, on Halloween. Go figure. If let's say that Minnesota loses another couple more games, they have to consider selling. And Cousins has value to a contender or a borderline contender. Like if the Jets are somehow in it for some reason, or the Falcons somewhat in it, or a team like that ilk. I'm not saying that you go there. I'm not saying teams that are kind of like
Yeah.
in the mix, a wild card.
Well, you
You
have
get
to
to
feel they're going to be competitive all season the way they've been
right,
playing. So,
right. So they have those that Cousins has value to a team like that, and then you can use that as a way to get. If I'm Cousins, you do well on those teams, for example, you can get another long term ish, nice little final deal in your career for somewhere else, like 3 or 4 year deal at age 34. So it's a lot of things that can play out there. But I'm with you. I think Minnesota's definitely a team to look out for in the coming weeks if they start selling off pieces. Do you think they'll trade Justin Jefferson too?
oh hell no.
Okay,
I mean, you
he has
have to
value.
have something for the fan base when they're first coming out. Now, could they keep him on his fifth year of a contract, and then maybe look to trade him on his franchise tag year 2 years from now? Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Maybe.
but I think you'd keep him for 1 year, especially if you're tanking for a quarterback.
Yeah.
You need that weapon.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's interesting. I'm glad you brought it up actually, because I think these next couple weeks are going to be a telltale of where direction we going. As we
Yep.
get into the middle of the fall, of course. So okay. Anyway, let's get our picks. It's week 6. As I said, Zach won last week. It was 9-7 actually on that one. First game, that's tomorrow night of this recording on Thursday Night Football. We have the Denver Broncos headed to Kansas City to face the Chiefs. The Chiefs are 10.5 point favorites. The over under is 47. Oh boy, Denver. Got it. What a shit show there with Russ and Sean Payton. I'm sorry. I blame Sean Payton more than anything else.
Man, I blame whoever made the decision about their defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Vance Joseph has been bad this year, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
Um, I saw a stat. KC has won 15 straight against the Chiefs. I guess it's the Broncos rather. God, that goes beyond. That's probably before Mahomes. That's Alex Smith
Oh,
territory, isn't it? Yeah.
oh yeah, absolutely. Because you're 8 years at least.
And it doesn't end here. But you know what? I'm taking Denver in the points. I guess think the game close. KC hasn't really had any, other than the Chicago win in week 2. There haven't any really sexy wins actually. They've been playing kind of close to the cuff a little bit. And I think Denver will the divisional game will show up. I like Denver in the points here actually.
How many points did the Jets put on them?
Well, 31 was the final
Yeah.
total, wasn't it?
How many points did Washington put on them?
Yeah, but a lot of it was also was a fumble
How many
6.
points
Well,
did Miami put on them?
but again, that game though against
How many points is the answer? How
too
many
many
points? How many
70
points?
points, 70 points, 20 points.
Yeah, it's a lot of points. All that defense does is give up points. And I don't care if Travis Kelce doesn't play.
Is he doubtful?
KC is covering this.
Oh, so you on KC?
This is a mortgage bet.
Oh my God,
You
really?
get
Off
to
the
pay
shoot?
your mortgage to start the week.
All right, let's go to Sunday. We got the Baltimore Ravens heading to Tennessee to face the Titans. The Ravens are 4-point favorites. The over/under is 40.5. Zach, we go on this one.
This is one of the hardest ones of the week for me. But man, Baltimore, you're struggling offense. I know it's a one-dimensional offense. It's either throw to Hopkins or hand off to Henry right now. But at least that's a better offense than what's going on in Baltimore.
You know what sucks though too about Baltimore? They're literally like maybe 2 plays from being 5-0.
Well, that's almost always how it is.
But with them, it's like
But
literally 2 plays. Literally.
there is no way you should ever win a game 10-3 and then 10-5 and then 10-8 and then actually lose the game because you can't hold on to the damn ball.
Yeah.
Like that was absolutely pathetic.
Yeah. That's your second team, buddy.
Yeah, and it's hurting me. I miss the old offensive coach there. Trying to turn Lamar into just a drop back passer, which he's wanting to do. Here's another thing I can't believe I'm going to say about Baltimore. You know who's best the best wide receiver he's ever had now? It's Hollywood Brown. And it's showing through. The man who would drop 15 passes a season
Yeah.
is by far his best receiver. And he
Ooh.
has not looked the same since.
Oh wow. So we bet in this one.
I'm taking Tennessee.
Oh my God, you lost trust in this. Now, do Tennessee win outright, or do you think Baltimore still wins by a close one? It's a 4-point spread.
I'm not going to answer that question, officer.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over 40.5. Why not? Fuck it. Not mortgage bet
Hell
though.
no.
All
I
right,
should
next
have
one.
taken the under in this game, but
No, but yeah, but this feels this has a 24-21 feel to it. I have a feeling. All right, next one we have the Washington Commanders. Your Commanders, hence Atlanta face the Falcons. The Falcons are 2.5-point favorites. The over under is 42. Oh boy, well Washington's back down to earth again after a nice little start, 2-0 start to the year. Falcons big win against who did they play last week? They played
Houston?
Houston. A Houston team was starting to get some confidence there.
Yeah.
Doesn't easily that Ritter's best game of his career. Um, I'm going to go. Well, I'll go Atlanta. Fuck it, let's go Atlanta. Why not? Because Washington, I think it's done. I think they're cooked. We saw the best of Washington already. They're cooked. Give me Atlanta cover the spread. What you got?
Somehow. This is a game where my quarterback can finally breathe on the sideline and go, man, I might only get sacked 1 or 2 times today. We got a damn good chance, guys. We got a damn good chance of winning this game. So give me Washington.
Oh, you go homer there. All right.
I'm looking at the fact that Atlanta does not have a pass rush. And the one thing that is killing my team is offensive line and maybe the disappearance of my defensive line as well.
All right. Next one. You got the Minnesota Vikings head to Chicago face the Bears. Vikings are currently 2.5-point favorites. The over under is 44.5. Zach, what do you got on this one?
So we were talking about how Minnesota might sell off. I think there might need to be an investigation because we'll know whether or not Kirk Cousins wants to stay in Minnesota or leave with this game. And if he plays like shit, I think he's obviously tanking so that he can get traded.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take just the over. I want the Bears. I do. But I'm gonna take just the over.
Well, I'm taking the Bears. I think they found something in the last couple weeks. Now that Claypool's gone, they played well last 2 weeks. Minnesota lost Jefferson now for next what 4 to 6 weeks, whatever how long it is. I think this is the game where Minnesota start to really consider selling off after. Going to be 1-5 at this point.
Oh yeah.
Losing to the Bears, and now you're in last place in the division. Yeah, this is the demarcation game where the Vikings start to say, yeah, let's take some phone calls.
Absolutely.
Take some phone calls to Kirk Cousins. So give me Chicago. The Bears on a little bit of a roll here now. Give me the Bears, and Minnesota will be the bottom 5 next
Hey,
week.
real quick.
Yeah.
Is there any coincidence that after Justin Fields called out his offensive coordinator and coach about running 3 times in a football game, that now their offense is playing a little better?
Not a coincidence. It's yeah, it fits well. And Claypool's been gone those 2 weeks before he got
Yeah.
traded. It's remind me. So just saying, think Chicago. Give me Chicago. I actually feel good about this pick. Chicago, definitely.
Damn.
All right. In fact, I almost want to say it's a mortgage bet, but I'm not gonna go there. Yeah, I'm Minnesota's done. They're cooked. Next one, probably the game of the week. Certainly intriguing as hell. That is Seattle Seahawks heading to Cincinnati face the Bengals. The Bengals are 2.5-point favorites. The over/under is 45. I'm a little shocked it's that low. I thought it'd be at least 4, maybe 3.5. I guess Seattle off a bye week is probably one of the reasons why that's that low.
Pete Carroll's pretty good coming off a bye.
That's true, and maybe there's still some questions about the Bengals. Even with the big win in Arizona last week. I guess. So fuck it. Bengals is give me Bengals cover this game. They go to 3-3 in the bye week, and they'll get their season together. And by the way, for the record, if they win this game, I still think they're favorites. I still think they're favorites right now to win the division because nobody in that division has pulled away. Baltimore has had a chance to pull away early, haven't done it. Cincinnati's only one game behind, even with
Yeah,
all their struggles, on one game behind.
and I don't trust Pittsburgh to win the division.
Oh God, they're not good on offense. And then Cleveland's Cleveland, you know that. So give me Cincinnati to win this game. What you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the over in this game.
Interesting.
I'm just not trustworthy enough of Cincinnati. Yeah, they beat Arizona, but it was a one-score game late. So just give me the over.
Okay. Next one here we have the San Francisco 49ers heading to Cleveland face the Browns. The Niners are 7-point favorites. The over under is 37. Dude, the Niners are the best team in football, and it almost feels like it's not even close, even with the Eagles being 5-0 as well. It feels like to me that the Niners and the Eagles, even though the same record, there's a tear between the two. At least that's what it feels like to me watching the first 5 weeks.
No, I can see that. I mean, Hurts has not looked anywhere near
Mhm.
as good as last year, or as good as Brock Purdy has looked this season.
Yeah.
If you're being honest, so
I'll be honest with you though, and I got called out yesterday on the Huddle Up podcast about this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. This game does have some sneaky upset vibes to it. Not saying it's gonna happen, but you got the Browns come up a bye week. Deshaun Watson pretty much had 2 weeks off because of he didn't play the last game, then had to bye, so yeah, he's had more time to rest that shoulder.
Cream
Um,
Cream Hunt probably got in a little more game shape.
right, Niners going out east, 1 o'clock game. Not saying they can't get the job done before the pass. I'm just saying that you have that high against Dallas last week. It's kind of weird. It has a little weird vibe to it. I think the Niners win the game though, but I'll take the Browns on the points here. Actually,
Yeah, so I mean, you had me convinced as soon as you talked about the tiers, with San Fran being up here and everyone else. So yeah, I'll take San Francisco, man.
oh wow, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that's how easy I was convinced. Best team in football.
You don't think there's like
Easy
one
cover.
letdown, even if they win the game? You don't think there's like one letdown week coming up at least?
Well, first off, don't give me this crap about they're going east, man. That's middle fucking America. All right.
Still going east, still 1 o'clock.
Dead center. Dead center of America.
Okay.
That's a
Okay.
nice, quick, easy game.
I'm hoping that both the Eagles and Niners are unbeaten before they play their game in November. This for the whole. Look, the Giants
Yeah.
are obvious. I don't give a fuck. But I'm hoping this for the narratives, of course. But and San Fran should win this game. But there's a little weird vibe in this game. I'm just saying. 7 points, a lot of points actually. Just saying. All right,
What was the spread for
7. What's for what?
Dallas last week?
Well,
And that was a good team?
I thought that was a low spread anyway. I thought that's at
Yeah,
least 4.5,
exactly.
5.
Exactly. But hey, if you want to keep losing week after week, you make those picks like the Browns.
Okay. Next one, Carolina Panthers head to Miami face the Dolphins. The Dolphins are 13.5-point favorites. The over/under is 48.5. As we said earlier in the show, Panthers is just bad. They're just really bad. Dolphins got their shit together last week. Against my Giants. This is easy. Miami easy to cover. I don't know what we're talking about here. That's an easy cover for Miami. What you got?
Oh, I love Miami. Absolutely love Miami. It's a lock. I won't say mortgage just because it is a lot. But, oh, man, I am not afraid of Miami winning this game at all.
It has a mortgage vibe to it. To be honest with you, mortgage
Yeah,
bet.
it
Bet
really
what?
does.
It really does. All right, next one. We have the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville face the Jaguars. The Jags are 4-point favorites. The over/under 45.5. Jags come off that big win against Buffalo last week. Indy, big win against Tennessee. But they're without the quarterback for the next 4 to 8 weeks. Anthony Richardson hurt again. Jeez. It's a bad pipe. Sign things to come for his career. Who knows? Learn to slide, kid, please.
Yeah, I think that was the reality of what they were drafting to begin with.
Yeah. Who you go on this one, bud?
This is exciting for me because this is Minshew coming home to Jacksonville. Where didn't he get drafted from
I
Jacksonville?
believe so. I believe
Yeah.
so.
So I mean, it was his first home. He got a raw deal with a team that was intentionally trying to tank, and he was trying to win. So I actually like the Colts in this game. After Jacksonville just won a huge game over in London, I could see a little bit of a letdown. And here comes a guy trying to prove it again that he should be starting somewhere in the NFL. Give me the Colts.
I'm going opposite. I'm gonna go Jacksonville. I don't know why I'm doing it because I agree with everything you said there about the trust or lack of trust. But I'm gonna take Jacksonville at their word this week and see if they can continue. I'm saying this is the week they start to make their track to win the division because they're getting breaks here. Indy's banged up with the quarterback. Houston lost a chance to keep momentum last week against
Yeah.
Atlanta. Uh, Tennessee's up and down anyway. So if there's a week where Jacksonville starts to separate themselves from the rest of the pack now, this week to do it. We'll see. I'll take Jacksonville. So why not opposite side a lot of these games today? This is good. All right, next one we have the New Orleans Saints head to Houston face the Texans. The Saints are 1 point favorites. The over under is 42.5. This Saints seems weird. Like 1 minute they can't score shit, and the next thing you know they go to Foxborough and put up 34 points. Really that, dude? I don't understand that.
Oh, I can explain that. Patriots first game after losing their top corner and their top pass rush. I mean, as soon as you lose that your first game, trying to figure out who should go where, yeah, you knew it was gonna be bad. And I was the dumbass who still thought, hey, let's pick the Patriots.
Well, I'm taking Houston in this game. I don't trust New Orleans to save my life. I think Houston bounce back here. I think.
I'm taking Houston as well, man. I'm gonna ride them.
CJ Stroud, your boy, he's playing great.
I thought he should have gone number one.
You did
I
say that. You
stressed
did say
how
that.
important drafting a 5'10" guy is. He's gonna get killed. He can't play. But no.
All right, next one. Speaking of New England, the Patriots head to Vegas, face the Raiders. The Raiders are 3 point favorites. The over under is 41.5. Zach, we go on this one.
Give me the Raiders.
Oh, you're on that.
Going forward, I will not take the Patriots against anybody.
I don't know, man. I'll take a slight over in this one, just be safe. But I got a feeling the Pats gonna bounce back here a little bit. Whether they win, we'll see. But I don't trust the Raiders, man. I don't trust the fucking Raiders. I don't trust Josh McDaniels. I just don't.
Now to be clear, just scoring a touchdown, that is not a bounce back, right?
Say one more time. No, they'll play better this week. I think they'll play better this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they'll play better this week. All right, next one. Detroit Lions. And this is actually game of the week vibes here. Detroit Lions and the Tampa face the Bucks. The Lions 3 point favorites over under 43.5. Lions 4-1. Bucks 3-1 off the bye. I'm gonna ride the Lions here for a little while. They're one house team football right now.
Yeah. So this is the best game of the week, and I can tell you why. I will be at the game.
Are you going to the game?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, me and the wife are going to
The
see
wife,
the
right?
Lions.
She's a
So,
Lion fan. Is she excited with the Lions this year?
oh man, she keeps telling me though, can't get too excited because the Lions are always lying.
That's true.
So
Well, I mean, I have 50-something years of history to say that. Is she a Spartan or a Wolverine?
Spartan.
Right. Right. Okay.
We'll be at that game in 2 weeks. So
Oh, okay. I'm taking Lions, of course. We got.
I got the Lions, man. This I would call another lot. Tampa's
I'll,
just been catching a lot of breaks.
I'll tell you what with Tampa though. If they win this game, this is one of those. Maybe you are being taken serious a little bit now.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, at this point, I put them as the favorite to win the NFC North South at that point.
absolutely.
Yeah,
If they win this game, yes.
yeah, and that's with the Saints. So all right, next one. Arizona Cardinals heading to LA face the Rams. The Rams are 7 point favorites. The over under is 48.5. Zach, we got this one.
I want to take the Cardinals. I get it. The Rams got Cooper Cup back, and their offense should be kind of starting to light it up. But Arizona has competed in every game, and you're gonna give me
Well,
a touchdown?
every but last week.
Yeah,
I'm with you too. I'm Arizona points. No, Rams win this game for the record,
yeah.
but Arizona will play. They're frisky as hell. They'll hang around. They'll make it tougher than it should be, and go from there. So give me Arizona as well too. All right, 3 more games here. We got the Philadelphia Eagles heading to New York face the Jets. The Eagles are 7-point favorites. The over under is 41. I'm taking the under in this game actually. I think the Jets keep this game closer too. Also, I think I'd be like a sneaky defensive battle here. Kind of similar to KC and Jets were a couple weeks ago. But I like the under in this one.
Yeah. I'm taking the under on the safe bet. I really like Philly, but I do worry about a backdoor score at the end.
Yeah,
So,
that's a lot of points. A lot of points there. Yeah,
but yeah, I could see a 17-3 game easy.
yeah. All right, 2 more games here. Sunday football. The Giants and the Bills at Buffalo against the Bills. Bills are 14-point favorites. Over under 44.5. Look, I know your logic is, oh well, the Giants got a lot of points at the Giants. Not this year. Not this year. Not this game.
No.
Fuck all that shit. Buffalo wins this game running away. Not even close. Easy bet.
Well, someone's got to explain to me. You flex the Lions game to 4 o'clock, but you can't flex this crap out of the Sunday night slot.
Yeah, I guess I can't do that.
Give me the Bills.
Yeah, come on now. Let's go.
Ugh.
I almost want the Giants to lose the game anyway. Just fucking tank. Fuck it. And finally, the other game of the week, Dallas Cowboys going to LA for the Chargers. The Cowboys are 2-point favorites. The over under 50.5. On my YouTube page, I put a clip out from the show I did with Kyle yesterday. By the way, Kyle says hi, by the way, for the record. He wants to talk. He wants to actually talk. Go do a podcast with you one of these days. So
I'd love to, man.
hopefully soon we'll do something like that.
Yeah.
Um, the I put a clip out on the YouTube page, and basically saying it is the season for the Cowboys about to come off the rails. Because on one hand, I'm like, okay, lose the Niners, fine, cool. You're not on their level, but you're still a really good team. Then I saw their schedule. It's like, oh, this schedule's a lot tougher than I thought. They had a lot of gimmies there. They have very little gimmies in that schedule going forward. And a lot of 50-50 games. This is one of them. Um, I'm taking Dallas anyway to win this game because I don't trust the Chargers. I don't trust Brendan Staley. I think the Cowboys could use a nice little bounce back, and I think they'll do that, and they'll cover 2 points as well on the road, which is really a home game because the Chargers don't have any fans in LA. So the Cowboys fans, that'll be 80-20 Cowboys fans. I guarantee you that. Give me Dallas covers game.
I'm gonna take the over and be a pussy. All right. I want to be honest and say I'm gonna take the Chargers because the one thing I've seen is Trey Diggs was extremely important to that defense,
Mm-hmm.
and he's no longer there. So I think Justin Herbert could light up Dallas. But again, I'm gonna be a chicken, and I'm just gonna take the over.
Yeah. All right, and this week's buys, you got 2 buys here. We got the Packers and the Steelers. Who needs it more?
Oh, good lord, can it be more obvious? The Packers. I mean, the Steelers are coming off an insane upset on the season. It almost sucks to go on break, but at least you're getting better and can fix your offense.
Where are you on Jordan?
You look at Green Bay, and after the first 2 weeks, it has not looked pretty on offense.
Where are you on Jordan Love? Jordan Love. I mean, obviously he's been great, but I don't think he's been terrible. I think he's had some decent moments here and there, but where are you on
I
Jordan
don't
Love?
know if the play calling is too restrictive or he's too scared to make certain passes, but at times it gets very, very bland.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. One last thing we get out of here. Um, we want to react to ESPN's They put out their player rankings this week. They did 151 on Monday, and then they did today or yesterday rather 1150. Um, I don't really, to be honest, I don't really care to see the below 50. I want to go through like the ones that's closer to the top 10. I'm trying to bring it up right here real quick. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Um, where's that? Hold on. I'm trying to bring up here the second one here because they have there it is right there. Perfect. So I was on this podcast. We did our own rankings, top 25 last week on the show. Me, you,
Yeah.
Chris. That was a lot of fun for the record. Um, just looking at the 11 through 50, there's certainly a lot of differences from our list to what they have here. Um, I guess I'll ask you, what stood out to you? 11 to 50. What stood out to you? Was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Well, one, the disrespect they put on winning. Like, in all honesty, I get it. Jaylen Brown has shot like shit from 3-point range last season. I get it. But he was a dominant force for that team that just continues to win and win and win.
They have a 19.
Yes, that one annoys me. The other one that really boggled my mind is the Kawhi and PG. Like those two, I really don't agree that either one should be top 25 just because of injury history and the fact you can't count on either to show up. But Kawhi should have been ahead of PG there.
So PG was 18 on this list.
Kawhi was where we had him, 24.
College 24. Yeah. I do like. Okay, so I do like they gave a lot of love to our boy Halliburton at 21.
Yes.
And higher than I did. I'll say right now, I have Halliburton 25 or 24 last week. Exactly. Um, Bam was actually in the top 16. Do you see that?
Yes,
Bam
man.
Adebayo.
I only had him as an honorable mention for
Me too.
25.
Me too. And I'm the Heat Homer in this fucking podcast. You know that. Carl Towns, number 20.
A scaredy cat.
Too high.
That one, another one that upset me.
All right, so let's do this. Let's go to 25 to 11 backwards.
Okay.
Do you have your list in front of you still from last week?
Let me grab my.
Okay.
I can pretty much remember. Go ahead.
Okay, so 25 that had Pascal Siakam in 25.
Yeah.
Last week I had 25 Halliburton, as I mentioned. You remember you had 25? You had who'd you have 25? Remember?
Uh, 25. It was like Laurie Markkinen or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah, something
wanted
like
to
that.
give him props from last season,
Yeah,
and he wasn't far off. He's like 28th, I think.
yeah.
So,
They had Kawhi at 24 on the list.
and we both had him at 24, I believe.
No, I had Zion 24 actually.
Oh, Zion at
They
24.
put Zion like in like the 50s or
Oh
close to that.
yeah,
Yeah, which I understand. I'm not gonna hack about it.
yeah.
I understand why.
He's not healthy. Doesn't play.
23, De'Aaron Fox. I had his teammate Sabonis at 23.
Yeah, I had Fox way higher. I think I had Sabonis either at 23 or 22.
Yeah, and Sabonis is 22 here for them as well. 22 for me. I had Paul George.
Yeah, 22 would have been Halliburton if I had Sabonis
Was close
at
enough.
23.
He's at 21 here on their
Yeah,
list. 20. I and Edwards at 21. I probably would put a little higher, honestly, looking back, but whatever. Um,
I couldn't go much higher on the list with Edwards. I mean, to
Carl,
put him 13 makes no sense to me.
yeah,
You're betting on the jump.
Carl Towns is way too fucking high. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
20? No, he's not a top 20 player now. Jalen
No?
Brown. I had Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown's 19 for me. Jalen Brown. I had Jalen Brown at 16.
Yeah, so he was more. He got a lot more of your respect.
Right. 18 Paul George, we mentioned earlier. 18 and Paul George. 17 Jamal Murray. I had Jamal Murray at 14.
Yeah, I had Jamal Murray. I think at 13 or 14. I had him pretty high.
All right. 16 had Bam. Both of us didn't have Bam on top 25. 15 Donovan Mitchell. I had him also 15 as well too.
Oh, this is where I got in that mix of
Yeah.
Shea versus Mitchell and
Yeah.
So for me, I have them like 15, 16.
Right. 14 had Dame Lillard. I had him at 13, not far off.
Yeah. Same, I had them around that spot too.
13, they had Edwards. I had Dame Lillard, like I said. 13, maybe we had was SGA.
No, I had SGA around like 15, 16.
Okay,
I think
12.
I had AD at that spot,
Okay,
somewhere around there. 12 or
12.
13.
Right, 12 had Jimmy Butler. Of course, he's my top 10. He's
Yeah.
number 9 or 8. It was 8. I think I had one. I don't know, but look, I'm not hanging about Butler.
Yeah.
He's complicated. 8 to 12, I have no problem with that. And 11 they had Devin Booker. That's a shock here. Devin Booker out of the top 10.
Well, you know who kicked him out?
Who are you thinking about? SGA?
I I think SGA kicks him out
Yeah,
because I think SGA will be 10, and then LeBron will probably be
I mean
9,
9.
and
Yeah.
AD will be 8.
Well, we'll do it next week on the podcast. On this show, we'll react to the top 10 and their top 10 and see where they got it right, got it wrong. I had SGA number 11 on my list for the record. I think you had LeBron number 11, right? No.
No, I had LeBron at 10.
Oh, that's right. You did put LeBron number 10. That's right. You did put
Yeah.
him in there. I mean, I want to see their top 10. I want to see their. I think my biggest thing here, two guys, where they put Tatum and Embiid. That's what I want to. That's what I want to know. We had an argument. We had an argument about this at work actually this early in the week, and people think Tatum's on the top 5 guy, which I'm not gonna argue with that one. People thought I had Embiid way too low on my list at 7. So, but again, we'll react to ESPN's list next week. When they release the top 10, I'm assuming they're gonna put out tomorrow or Friday. So
Yeah, I think I had Jaylen Brown at 11. So
yeah, you had it pretty high. You had it pretty much
yeah.
higher than both me and Chris. So. All right, that's it for me. Zach. Before we get going, FSU Minute, another a big win against Vatsek, of course.
Yeah.
They play this week Syracuse. Should be another win. Should be another win.
Syracuse just gave up a pretty good fight this past weekend. So
Yeah, but you got a big one against Duke after that. So we'll preview next week on the show. So good job by you, Zach, as always. Follow him on Twitter at FSU Know-It-All with a K, and we'll see you next week.
oh yeah, and to all Hurricane fans, remember, take a knee.
They deserve that. Oh my God, what a disaster.